Hi, how are you going? Welcome with me, Redsky, here on another round of Righteous Rings, where I give all righteous readings to you guys. We're up to the next sign, which of course is my beautiful Krabby Patties, Cancer. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and Mercury placements, October 2022. And as now we are in the 1st of October today, happy Halloween to everybody. Make sure you stay tuned. We will be doing live weeklies again coming as of next weekend. It's school holidays now here in Oz, so it will be rather loud, but I'm sure we can make some good festivities out of the situation regardless. Also, for Halloween we'll probably be doing a live of a bit of fun and games to see what Red and her family do for Halloween. We'll be dressing up and of course celebrating all the festivities here in our little Australian mini version, as we do here every year, and see what my children will be dressing up for Halloween. Alright, let's keep on task. Right now we're doing Cancer's October 2022 reading. So we'll be pulling a Celtic Cross standard placements, which I'll go through and clarify. I do this to get more specifics out of the generalised messages, so you can work out whether this is a resonating reading today or whether this is one to put back in the sin bin and it's not for you. If that's the case, do not despair or dismay. Come back and see me next month again, because I'm always telling different people's storylines, and just because today's reading may not resonate doesn't mean the next one won't for you. Messages of highest prevalence will come through, guys, so whoever needs the message most important of all out of the collective is a message that will come through today, guys. Okay. Speaking of Cancer, you did just want to say hello to Red. Hello, Cancer. Pushing forward with that adversity, with that movement, trying to get some much needed triumph through the discordian bullshit. I feel you there. Mad shout out also to Julia D, Infinite Fantasy, Shani Capone, as well as to another Cancerian crow that I haven't seen in a long time, which we don't speak to by name, but we do. He does have 4 letters. Nine of Cups reverse, 10 of Pentacles, no, 7 of Pentacles. Alright, let's begin. Let's stop shuffling shit and let's get on with it. For Cancer now, please. Sun, Rising Venus, Mercury, October 2022. What's coming in for the sign of Cancer? Of all the placements for the month of October, we're doing Celtic Cross standard placements. What's coming in for the sign of Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, Mercury. October 2022. Tell me all about Cancer of October. What are those Cancerian cousins up to in October? What advice can we give them? I've got a funny feeling, guys, it's going to be a very interesting month for the sign of Cancer. I'm seeing it all happening, like 4 seasons in one day kind of thing, like emotions overflowing. I'm seeing smiles, being elated to the point of having a breakdown, all like within the hour space. I can feel like it's going to be very fast paced. Oh, let it begin. Wow. Oh, 3 majors already come out, 4 majors, 5 majors. They're all important places. Currently, crowning, past, advice from spirit, outsider's view. Underlying energy, October 2022 Cancer. The Knight of Wands reverse. This is real separation and discord here throughout the month. This is feeling very unsettled and very restless. This is being caught up in a lot of quarrels, a lot of people's battles, issues, bullshit. Personal relationships feel very troubled this month. And you're getting roped in, dragged into a lot of discord, a lot of quarreling, a lot of arguments, a lot of shit that's maybe not even yours, but you're getting caught up in it through other people's, chucking your name in the ring, or just trying to deflect from them. They're sort of, offering you up as a bit of a sacrificial lamb. Yeah, Queen of Cups reverse. Yeah, we've really got to be careful that we don't start fighting other people's battles this month. I want to say to you, Cancer, we've got to be very careful that we're not getting caught up in stepping in other people's shit and tracking that shit all through our house. Do not be tracking people's shit through your house. Honestly, I cannot say this enough for you. Because it's that real sense of, I keep going for a walk and I'm stepping in all this dog doo-doo and I'm tracking it all in through my house with white carpet. Meanwhile, everyone else is going off their freaking nutty cha-cha at me. And it's got nothing to do with me. You're just like hands up in the air, like just backing away, like. I'm hearing I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy or NG. So maybe you felt like you had part ownership or something, but you did not in any way shoot that fucking sheriff. So don't you come giving me that warrant. See, that's what I'm hearing. You got the warrant wrong. That's not what I did. Cancers, maybe we did do a little bit of bad doo-doo, but you're definitely not willing to cop more than what you did. And maybe this is why your current energy October. Taurus is major. It is the Hierophant. You know, we are seeking advice here from someone that's in a much respected and admired position, whether that's someone spiritually, a teacher, a mentor, or just someone that you hold in high regard personally. It could be a counsellor, it could be someone of monarchian status in the community, or it could just be someone that you hold in that regard personally to you. I feel like we're getting real here. We're taking some very strong advice from a strong individual, even if this is your higher self. And we're looking at self. If you are married or have been in a long-term relationship, this could be coming under scrutiny or being examined here. You may be wanting to move further in a relationship, perhaps in a more marriatorial sort of setting, even if it's not literally signing on the dotted line. Maybe you're just considering this. But I feel like for a lot of you, there's been a stage here of deep sentiment of sacrifice, and you're seeking guidance here in regards to how much can one gift for an outcome or for a desire or for a lifestyle or for a how much does one have to give? How much is enough? And when does it become too much? Your challenge, obstacle, issue for the month of October that you're going to need to face, deal with, Cancer, is the Four of Pentacles reverse. The lack of cleaving hold of your money, pissing away like water, spending up big too easily, it's going to leave you much more than financially poor. Put it that way. Crowning the reading, hanging above it all with the subconscious at the forefront, another major, it's judgment. Atonement is a big fixture for you for the month of October in your subconscious. It's all about atoning. It's all about, not casting no stones elsewhere, but taking judgment on yourself. You're atoning for it, past, present, what you think's coming forward. But you're expecting a little bit of this from others too. Be careful that you're not animating things from the past to the point where they are actually starting to become a reanimated fixture now. We don't want to start pulling up coffins and zombies out of the ditches and bringing up things from long spent gone that have turned to sands of time. We don't want to be reanimating these things, but I do feel that there's some stuff that needs to be retrenched and dug up to a degree, but don't go starting to reanimate skeletons. That would be a big mistake. So be warned of that. Because once we bring things back into the forefront and they are living and breathing in the current, whether they're dead or not, they can become very much real now. Be warned with that. The root of the reading, the foundation by which everything's growing from, it's what everything's... Knight of Cups reversed. This is an individual that tells you what you want to hear, but never really offers that cup. It's like fishing. Pull you in a little, let you get some slack. Pull you in a little, let you get some slack. It's like fishing. It's just as boring and it's just as tedious. And I'm seeing you getting really sick of it. In the past energy, it was Gemini's major arcana though. In the past, there was a love connection here. Maybe a one-in-a-lifetime experience. I feel like it may not have gone all that well, but there is still sentiment here. Can't live with them. Can't live without them. But I do still think about them. Moving forward from that, a lot of options for Cancer, 7 of Cups. Some good, some bad, some ugly. But there's lots of options on the table. I feel like we are very glutton for options, even though we know in our heart's eye some of these options we wouldn't pick on our dying day. Advice from Spirit is Sagittarius' major arcana. It is Temperance reversed. A lack of balance, frugality here, a lack of fusing, blending, and bringing things into moderation. Things are very discord. A lot of discord here. I'm hearing a lot of discord here. Very malfunctional, dysfunctional. Mercury. Can't even hold it in our hands. It just, everything's discordial. Everything's imbalanced. Outside's view of you and your situation, not necessarily what's going on, just what they see. They see Aries major arcana at the start. They see someone that's very hopeful. Still haven't lost their hope, their spirit. Still wishing big. Still hoping harder. Hopes and fears. Cancer, 7 of Swords reverse. An imposter whose mask's about to fall, and you're going to see exactly what this person's true intentions are, and it's going to be unmistakable and undeniable. Outcome for you though, you're still looking good, feeling good, and you're still invested in all the things that are important to you with that Queen of Wands. You know, you're full of love and compassion. You're charming, sympathetic, popular, very fertile. Got a practical mind and a loving spirit. You're growing a lot of things around you at the moment. For some of you, I want to say be careful if you're not looking to have children right now. Maybe put a pill in it, if you know what I mean. Because it's very flush in the desired spill of close body and connection on and off throughout October. You're going to have moments of real and you know, with excitement can sometimes come a cost of wow. Redsky knows this. Thank God I don't have to listen to that no more. Let's go through and clarify this reading for Cancer's October. Just give me a moment, thanks. Okay, Cancer, I've got my clarifying deck. Let's travel through and let's clarify the shit out of October 2022. Alright, October 2022, let's clarify this Cancer's reading. Sorry, I've done something to my little pinky finger on my right hand side. It's like totally busted. It's like totally bent and bruised like a motherfucker. Alright, Judgment in reverse wanted to come out. Hadn't called placements yet though, but alright, let's clarify now. So firstly, Cancer's current energy, the Hierophant. Let's clarify the card of the Hierophant for the current energy for Cancer's October. Why is the Hierophant here, please? Let's clarify this reading. Let's start with that Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant, please. Behave. Clarify the Hierophant, please. Thank you. 8 of Wands. The challenge for Cancer's October, we had that 4 of Pentacles reverse. Can you please clarify the 4 of Pentacles reverse? Why is the 4 of Pentacles reversed here, please? Clarify the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Please clarify that 4 of Pentacles reversed. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles reverse. Page of Swords reverse. Crowning the reading, we had that Judgment. Please clarify the card of Judgment. Why is Judgment here? Please clarify Judgment. Queen of Wands reverse. Root of the reading, we had the Knight of Cups reverse. Let's clarify this Knight of Cups reverse. Why is the root of the reading for Cancer? The Knight of Cups reverse. 4 of Wands. Past energy, we had the Lovers. Please clarify. The Lovers. 6 of Swords reverse, the Star reverse, Page of Wands reverse, King of Wands. Moving forward, we have the 7 of Cups. Let's clarify the 7 of Cups. Why is the 7 of Cups here, please? Clarify the 7 of Cups. Queen of Swords. Advice from Spirit for Cancer's October, we have the Temperance in reverse. Spirits and guides, clarify your advice, Temperance. the Hangman. Outsized view, we had the Star. Let's clarify outsized view, the Star. Why is the outsized view of Cancer the Star? Two of Wands reverse. Hopes and fears for Cancer, we had that Seven of Swords reverse. Let's clarify Cancer's hopes and fears for October, that's Seven of Swords reverse. High Priestess reverse. And the all-important outcome, we had the Queen of Wands. Let's clarify this outcome for Cancer. The Moon, Piscean energy. Clarify further the outcome of the Queen of Wands with the Moon. Clarify further this outcome for Cancer. Queen of Wands with the Moon. Clarify this outcome further, the Queen of Wands and the Moon. Strength. Leo's major. I got a funny feeling you've got a heavy Leo and Pisces placements in your chart. And this is you trying to get into your archival energy of shit. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Wow. My darling Cancer, sorry. Let's go through that clarified reading again for you. Now, as I was trying to explain before, got a little bit interrupted. Sorry, Cancer. Your current energy was that Hierophant with that Eight of Wands. We're pushing very, very speedily towards that of ritualism or spirituality, maybe a marriage. With the driving force here, like Cupid's arrow shooting through the sky, you know, we are communicating. We're using a lot of haste here, swiftly made communication. It's very back and forth, very heated, very fluxing, very passionate, very, very devout. You know, there's a real sense of passionate need here, want, real desire here. Like all of the eights, it's about steady progress, results, or familiarity, or some sort of comings about here. We're trying to really bring in that with infinite amount. Your challenge, Cancer, as I was saying initially, that Four of Pentacles reverse, this is now clarified by the Page of Swords reverse. Your biggest challenge, Cancer, and thing you need to face throughout October is that of not cleaving hold of your pentacles, and some sort of imposter, someone coming here, really grifting you or trying to manipulate you or trying to coup you into lending them money or something to do with the monetary. That Page of Swords reverse is real indecision and a real sense of instability around not holding our monetary. It's a sense of you are not what you would maybe like to be. You may be seen as someone that is very cleavy hold of money, and you don't want to be seen as a Scrooge, so you're sort of trying to share it around so it doesn't look like you're holding all the wealth around and like holding it over others, perhaps if they're not doing as well as you financially, especially during this point in October. But there is seen as some sort of devious act here or some sort of weakness here, bringing in a sense of needing to be vigilant here and be disconcerting. I feel like someone's coming in is going to try and drift you. Someone masking, you know, putting out that sympathetic character card where, you know, they're just the deviant in the wolf's clothing. You know, they're putting the shade on everyone, spilling the tea all over it. Crowning the reading, Cancer, at the subconscious, at the forefront of all of this, we had Judgment, and this is clarified now by the Queen of Wands reverse. In your subconscious, Cancer, throughout October, we're taking judgment here. We are really atoning here. We are really repenting, forgiving, gone through all the motions of the release here, I feel. And you're expecting that from others. But I feel like you may be disappointed here, Cancer. Because with the Queen of Wands reverse, you know, she has the greatest of intentions, you know, but she is really jealous and she's pretty deceitful. She has a sharp tongue that can hurt others. She's very jealous. She's extremely self-righteous. And her stance is real opposal to anything. You say black, I say white. She will bicker and boast and bitch just because she can. Not because she's necessarily right, even though from her point of view, she is always right. She is a righteous individual that makes no apologies, makes no exceptions. I feel like you're trying to atone. This is an individual you're dealing with. It could be aspects of yourself, and you're trying to atone for these aspects or for this individual, but you're expecting this other individual or these aspects of yourself to fall into line quite gracefully and just accept this. I feel like you might be in for the ride of your life. You're going to have to flog the horsey on this one, I'm afraid. At the foundation, the root, everything by which it's growing from, We had the Knight of Cups reversed, and this was now clarified by that Four of Wands. The Knight of Cups reverse is a real swindler, an individual that comes in all wafty way, or hello lovey, how you going today? But the actual thing is that this individual is extremely deceptive and extremely fraudulent and extremely, I'll tell you what you want to hear, but I will never get too close to you, my dear. He's a player, but he says it through the emotion of it. He gets you pulled in through. This could be an individual that likes to, do a lot of, fishing for the opposite sex or for their catch. They are a bit of a scammer, schemer, a scum, I want to say. That they are a bit scum, okay? Because they tell you all this shit, but they have no intention of ever. It's for a one night, never longer than that. Past energy Cancer, we had initially the Lovers, a connection here. That man that made your heart go boom, da boom, boom, boom. You thought you found your one. But with that did come some anxiety, I feel. The Six of Swords reversed. There was a stalemate with this individual. The only viable solution to your problems is to solve them face on. All else is self-deception. And I feel like there was a bit of a tussle with the meeting of this, which led to this. The Star reverse, Aquarius as major arcana. Losing hope and faith in this connection. Losing hope and faith that you'll be able to get on the same page and be able to really move forward in a sense of true, how can I put this? Like true, like on the same page, having each other's back. With this, the Page of Wands reverse is coming out. So there's a lot of instability. People are gossiping, talking about it. Fuse to gossip. Don't get caught up in the gossip. Just let them talk shit. It will fizzle itself out. And then with that, we had the King of Wands as the final card. You try and just be full of wisdom and compassion here. Even with these efforts that are like pretty much spitting shit in your face. You're honest, trying to use courage, your personal strength and fortitude, and others do seek your advice. I feel like at the moment maybe they should hold their tongue. Moving forward though from this Seven of Cups, Queen of Swords, a lot of options, a lot of fantastic options. Some are good, some are bad, some are downright ugly. You wouldn't choose them in your dying dollar. Yes, darling. With Queen of Swords, you are being very meticulous, very quick-witted, very, very, very razor wire to the point of it and cutting through it all. Getting real with spirituality. You may be also seeking advice from someone that you hold in high regard, such as a mentor, counselor, spiritual advisor, priest, parishioner, friend, family, whatever. But this is someone that you really do trust, someone whose advice is always well received and needed. Counsel, whoever that is for you, and you're making a lot of communication with them during this time or in regards to this. The Eight of Wands is swiftly made haste, quick communication, swiftly made movement. It's like arrows shooting through the sky. It is faster than Flynn. It's fast. It is that of hope, of intention, desire. Can often be referred to as Cupid's arrows because it's usually in regards to love sometimes, but I feel like this is a very, very strong connection that you're really priding in the current energy. There's just so much progress here. Your challenge, that Cancer, that you'll need to face and deal with for the month of October we start off with the Four of Pentacles reverse, and this was then clarified by the Page of Swords reverse. Cancer, the message is pretty clear here throughout the month of October. Don't go lending anyone any money. The people that you lend any money to, they will bleed you dry. Page of Swords reverse is someone that's an imposter, someone masking, someone that's there to not be truthful or honest, someone that's there to deceive, maybe to try and get you into some trouble, maybe trying to get you to take the blame for something that's their fault or something that they've caused. And there's a real consensus here with that page that there is some real discomfort here for you. I want to say that there's a sense of powerlessness in the face of this individual, feeling like they're a stronger force. There's a lack of preparation here, and you may feel that you don't have the monetary means for backing up what you need to here. Maybe you just literally feel spent off the dollar. Just be careful of who you loan or help out financially, because they could end up becoming a massive financial burden on you, not just financially, but in many aspects of your life. Sorry, I hate it when the camera goes dark like that. It just drives me nuts. Let's just bring it a little bit more light up. Here we go. Let's move to the crowning of the reading at the forefront. In the subconscious mind of Cancer, hanging right there, we had the Judgment card, and this was then clarified by the Queen of Wands reverse. Cancer, throughout the month of October, in your subconscious, you are all about judgment. Atoning for that shit, repenting for that shit, forgiving for that shit, and trying to move on from that shit. Trying to have some sort of healing, solace, some sort of closure, some sort of... But I do want to warn you to be careful. We might be reanimating the past that was better left settled or dead. And we might be animating some rather nasty dead issues and people here if we rattle the wrong cages. By all means, look for your forgiveness and your solace and your healing. I would never tell you otherwise. But be careful what you dig up in this process, because you may dig up more than just wanting resolution. You may actually dig up individuals coming back into the forefront. That would not be wise. You know, with the Queen of Wands reverse, this is an individual that is very, very, very unstable with emotions. They can become quite jealous, quite deceitful, quite vengeful. They're very unstable, they're very fickle, they show a lot of resistance, opposition, but most importantly, they're pretty unfaithful too. But the biggest thing is, you say black, they'll say white. They will opposition you even if they don't necessarily believe in it. They just don't want to side with you. They want to create ruckus, discord and disruption and resistance and friction. They love friction and they're very fickle. And you're trying to put these aspects of either yourself to bed through this judgment or of another individual. You're trying to settle this. The root of the ring, the foundation of which all was growing from. October. The Knight of Cups reversed with the Four of Wands. Cancer. The Knight of Cups reversed, this is deception. This is someone coming in very fortunately. This is an individual that has a problem solving or seeing fact from fiction. The fairyland and the reality are very skewed and very confused. Their appearance is misleading. They come across very, suave, all invested, but the reality is they don't give a flying fish. they're there for their own purpose and their own reasoning. With that Four of Wands, I'm seeing that you did have some real feelings with this individual. You had a romance, there was some sort of harmony brought about here. Newly acquired prosperity you felt with this individual, and real tranquility, and feeling like, you know, the fruits of labour here, that it was finally time that you deserved a ripened piece of fruit of your own. And you found some rest after strife and some solace. I feel it may not have lasted long. The past energy has a lot of cards, so bear with me for a moment. We started off initially in the past energy with Gemini's major, the lovers. A love connection. A connection so deep that ran deeper than any waters on this earth. This was something that you felt was it. It gave you great strength and courage, but most importantly, it made you feel alive. It brought much movement and feeling to parts of you that you thought had long been dormant and reached every recess of you. The Six of Swords reversed. This is a bit of a stalemate with this individual. In the past energy, I can see that there was an unwanted proposal here, a confession of sorts, a declaration, and it hurt you when it came out, when they said yes. Aquarius says Major Arcana, Star reversed. It made you lose hope, faith maybe in this connection, in this person. It even made you lose trust. It made you question everything and know nothing. It felt like there was a real sense of confusion, a real sense of hurt and pain. I feel Cancer in this past energy with this person. Then we had the Page of Wands reversed. This is a lot of indecision and feeling very reluctant, therefore. Feeling a lot of instability within the connection within yourself as well. And just hearing a lot of gossip, people bearing bad tidings towards you and this person, a person who ends up breaking your heart and just leaving you feeling very displeasured. And I'm seeing there was a breakup here. And then you moved from there with the King of Wands. Being very honest, very conscientious, being mature, wise, not being childish or playing any childish games, accepting it for what it was. You manned up, so to speak, pardon the pun. You moved forward very mature, wise, devoted, friendly, sympathetic. You used your educated self to push forth. And you kept it cordial, even though you felt very much hurt and pained. Moving forward, we have the Seven of Cups, clarified by the Queen of Swords. Moving forward, there are a lot of options here for you, Cancer. I'm very flush with options. Some good, some bad, some just desires, some whimsical, some you wouldn't pick on your dying day or your last breath or dollar. But the fact that you have these options do make you feel rather flushed. And that's good. You boost one's ego. A little stroke every now and then is fine. But don't get too caught up with this wishful thinking these are sure things or even options, because let's be real, a lot of them are not. But with the Queen of Wands, I'm seeing you're not getting caught up with all the lights of Tokyo and New York. You're keeping it level-headed, you're on it. You are being extremely intensively perceptive and extremely quick-witted, and you're razor sharp, faster than a sigh, quicker than a katana. You are razor, sharper than any razor wire, switch quicker than any Stanley knife, and even more accessible than a pocket or a Swiss Army, or accessories than a Swiss Army knife. You've got the shit, but you are being very subtle of your knowledge, and you foresee it all before it happens. It's almost like you can see it in instant forward play before it's actually happened. You're a person that's been very much through pain, the trenches of hurt, the trenches of happiness, mourning, privatization, separation, been all through that. But you savor great happiness, but no, presently the anxiety of misfortune and the reversal of trends, decisions, people. They promise you forever, but it ends up being never or nothing. Both. You feel cheated. In some ways you have been, I feel. Let's look at spirits of eyes for Cancer's October. We have two majors. First we had the sign of Sagittarius with the Temperance reverse, but then we had the Hangman. I find this very interesting combination. Because with the Temperance card in reverse, we have imbalance, we have a real sense of impatientness, discord, chaos, can't get anything into alignment, can't get anything into fusion, everything's out of balance, wax, sequence, everything is just shitsville. But we're gonna change that. We're hanging upside down from the tree of life, trying to gain the wisdom and the knowledge. How to fix this, how to change what seems bitterly broken. You want to move forward here in a sense, and spirit is very much winging this. Put your life in suspension so you can gain transition and change through reversal of the mind or in one's way of life doing things. There's been maybe too much dullness or abandonment or renunciation of certain things. Change of life's forces, the period of respite between significant events. There is repentance here and sacrifice that's needed, but in the right way. There needs to be some readjustment and regeneration here, and a new approach to life's forces. First, we've got to get our shit in balance. Got to get it in balance, get it in sync, and start seeing things for the truth, honest self of it. It's not rosy coloured glass syndrome anymore, or cotton candy the crap out of it anymore. It's time to get real, Cancer. As painful, as blunt as it is to be honest and to say it like it is, get it out on the table now. It will save you so much more scurrying around like a rat in the dark in the long run. Next position, outsider's view of you, Cancer, not necessarily what's going on, it's just their view of you in a situation they see. Firstly, we had Aquarius as major arcana of the star, and this is clarified by the Two of Wands reverse. The outsider's view of you, Cancer, and your month of October is that of someone that has not lost hope, faith. If anything, it's been more renewed. This is someone that always looks to the stars, someone that always believes things will come in for them, and it often does. This is someone that's a hopeful person and has good luck through just fortune of fate, just spinning out a good one. But with the Two of Wands reversed, there is a sense here of needing to realise that the idea of it and the reality of it is not one and the same, and we need to make massive adjustment and change here if we want it to be. Our ambitions or pride have misled us, and we're feeling very empty, sad, alone. Our existence feels somewhat unnecessary, and we are very much lost. But we haven't lost hope. The outsider's view of someone that's a bit down on their luck, things haven't gone their way, but someone that's still hopeful and doesn't, or hasn't given up hope and has not stopped wishing upon stars. Hopes and fears for Cancer's month of October. We now turn to the Seven of Swords reversed with the High Priestess reversed. Hopes and fears. This is a lot of arguments and a lot of uncertain counsel flickering around with the Seven of Swords reversed. There's a lot of slanderous babbling bullshit being churned through gossip churning mills, and it's all being pumped out through the lovely speaker of society's mouth. Most of it's incorrect, I would say. You know this. Because the High Priestess is reversed. This is someone following not their own knowledge. something that's quite blatantly untrue, going ahead with it. This is an individual that has really got a lot of ignorance and a lot of short-sightedness. Someone that's very selfish and is really caught up in passion or physical, or they're accepting superficial knowledge, therefore they're making a lot of improper judgments. They could be also moving forward with a relationship that was best left platonic, because this person is a lying, gossiping bitch, basically, that talks a lot of crap about you when you're not there. But this outcome, Queen of Wands, the Moon card, Pisces Major Arcana, and Strength card, Leo's Major Arcana. I feel like Cancer in your natal chart, if you know about it, you do have Pisces and Leo placements somewhere there. And they are important, even though you may not think so in your natal chart, but these two placements are very important. If you know what the placements are, the planet that holds that, go have a quick read about that planet and go and look at the house placement for where that affects. Take that information, the planet's information, whether it's like Jupiter that expands, or Neptune that's all about the subconscious, and or Saturn, the grandfather or whatever. But Mercury with communication, wherever it falls for you, have a look. And if it corresponds to a certain house, that the first house, that's of self, third house is of communication, so on and so forth. Oh shit, my past just found me. Nevertheless, that's not good. Anyway. Back 20 years ago, go back to. I don't know what that was. Outcome. Queen of Wands. Someone very devoted, honest, giving. Someone that's very sympathetic, very understanding, has charm and grace, very poised, and has a lot to give and get out of this life. The Moon, Pisces Major Arcana. All that which is not seen or known, the subconscious, the 12th house relates to, and all by which is obscure and fishy. Deception, obscurity, disillusionment, intuition needed. It could be danger, bad influence, ulterior motives, falsities, false people, friends, people that are selfish, deceitful, crafty, that bring on disgrace, that bring on slander. Superficiality is high with these people. These are unknown enemies lurking. But with that Strength card, I feel that there is no need to worry or to even stress about it, or to give it a second thought. That would be your dream. Or not. Apologies, Cancer. Just sleepwalking. With the Strength card, though, coming behind that Moon, Leo's Major, we're providing strength and courage here, regardless of what's unknown or coming for us, what's lurking in the shadows or in our subconscious shitmill. We're using conviction here, and we are going to get it done. We're going to use the energy that's needed to get the resolution with defiance, action, confidence, zeal, and matter over mind, and alternatively mind over matter through accomplishment here, through self, getting it done, belief, courage. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. It's your song for October. Nothing's gonna slow you down. You will keep on moving and you will drive forward with courage, with poise and pride. Cancer, I think you got it coming in the main of it all. I think you'll do just fine, but I still can't leave my beautiful Cancerian cousins there like that. We are going to do the additional messages now for the month. Like I have warned all the other signs probably in the intro, but may have forgotten for you guys. The main monthly is getting a lot longer. We're doing extensive readings now. So I'm going to remove these cards, clean some space on the board, have the desk stick, make a coffee, come back, pull from multiple different oracles, and we're going to get all your meanings. So make sure you stay tuned till the very end. But you may get yourself a biscuit, a crumpet, and a sweet, delectable delight that you tell yourself, no, that's naughty. Now's the time. BRB. Go get your delectable, naughty thing, and I'll see you back here in 2 shakes of an ass's tail. Wow, Cancer, do we have a considerable cake for you this October 2022? Wow, messages came out very thick and fast for you, Cancer. Some of these really do touch on as well the notes that we went through in the tarot. But I think that the oracle here, in some aspects, sheds a little light though on some steps and sequences that the tarot did not divulge. Listen carefully. I think there's much to be had here in this half of the reading especially. I just don't know where to start. Yes, I know at the beginning, but still. It's a big in its a beauty. It's a lot. Let's start where I started pulling from. It's always a good start to start. It's Titania Fortune cards. I know it's been a while, you've probably all forgotten, but this is an overall additional message on its own before we get into all this rest. So we got the mountain, the child, the clouds, and the garden. The mountain, child, clouds, and garden. This is a congruent story, as if a child's picture book here. And take you through October 2020 together. The mountain, big, broad, scary, issue, mountain, you, surmount it, hard, tiring, an issue, Cancer, in October, coming forward, and you're looking at it as a big one. It's one big ass mountain that needs to be surmounted, mounted, put it on your wall. But this bitch has got to be climbed, and it's got to be climbed now. Why? Well, for a very important reason. Your children, or for some child's sake. I feel like most of you, this is your children, could be nieces or nephews. But there is a child here that is in real need of help. And you feel that you are in a position, or you will be, perhaps to do so. You may need to travel to get to your child or this individual. It could be very much reminiscing times when you were a child as well yourself. Some of you, I feel that. This is in a direct link to memory and past history because of loss and grief. I'm not going to touch too more on that from here. If that's your message, you know, and I think that's enough for you to know that. I don't think there's anything else I can say to you really that will explain, express, or help you in that regard, and I'm sorry for that. But after the child we had the clouds. Now this is some storms coming in, some troubles, some real ruckus. But like all storms, sometimes it's just how you look at it and how you approach it. This could be the meaning of the storms are passing. It's now time to see the silver lining. But there is a new day to be done here, and that the worst is actually behind us. It could be that we're just starting to go into the storm, and we're in an aeroplane, and our radar's gone off, and we don't know that the next lightning bolt is going to wham, take out engine one. Don't get over dramatic. Don't get too stressed out. Everything in due course and in due course. Deal with that shit. But until then, just be cautious, be wary, and manage things as they approach the garden. Now, this is the place to be. This is a place where we feel safe, secure, where we can have some private time, discuss things in real length, and really be ourselves. The garden is an area blocked off from society, public, your work. It could be a work cubicle, for example, something that dissects up a main space that gives you privacy within a space that's secluded, safe, secure, where you can talk your own mind and not have any repercussions, regards, or needing to manage, not needing to manage it so much. The way it comes out, the way it's received, the wording, the proper, just saying it point blank period and not having to stress about that. So let me recap here, Cancer, what I'm seeing, I believe, for you for the month of October 2022. There is an issue here. So you need to mount this issue, this mountain, this obstacle. This could even be travel in regards to a child or your child, or your kin, like your child's child, grandchild, or godchild, like a baptized thing. Child in care, your care, emergency care. Maybe this is just a child that you come across, maybe this is just but you need to get to there, and there's some real storms to go through to do that. Some of you may be trying to adopt or trying to go into foster care, or you're worried about a child in care, in departmental care, in the other parent's care, not in your care. A lot of worries here around this child. And this child doesn't have to be a young one. It could be even a grown child, like an adult of their own now. But I'm seeing that you will get a period in October. This is the most important bit, Cancer. You will get a period in October where you have an opportunity to speak with this person, your child, kid, whatever, in this private sanctuary of space, of safety and solitude and sanctum. It is safety, and you can be candid here without any stress. And I feel like a lot of these pieces or worries or mountains that you're making that may be out of molehills, or maybe you're not, will be answered when you have that conversation with that individual, because then you'll know point blank period from the person's mouth exactly where this sits. And I believe that will give you much clarity and comfort, because at the moment you're thinking worst case scenarios. You don't have all the information. You've got enough though to make an assumption, and that assumption is the biggest, baddest, most boy thing you can think of. The things that make you helpless with nightmares. You're going with the worst motherfucking case scenario times 3, bitch, and you're bringing it because you can't go for less and then have more. You understand what I'm trying to say? I hope so. Mercury's still retro at the moment. It's coming out of it right now, actually, but I'm still... My tongue is more twisted than a tie-up, and I'm more... Honestly, I'm so... my incorrect grammar and tappity-tap talk. Let's get some inspirational messages now, because I feel like that is very important. I need a drink, hang on, sorry. Okay, Cancer, sorry, let's continue with those. inspirational messages. So the first one we received was gossip dims your glow, and I do believe the tarot did touch on this. Speaking poorly about others tarnishes your energy and your reputation, so avoid bonding over complaints and feeling superior. Human beings weren't designed to be perfect, and this includes you. Instead, raise your vibration by engaging in positive communication. Celebrate what does work and who is awesome. The more you do this, the more radiant you will become. Decide. It's time to make a decision. Being on the fence drains your energy. No matter what you choose, it will be the exact right thing for your spiritual path. Channel your energy. Be decisive. Learn, grow, decide. And I feel like there is many decisions to be made here during this month. Finally, we had, it's time to rise. No matter what's happening in our lives, we always have the potential to rise above it. Rising is one powerful choice away. Rising out of your negative thoughts or our limiting beliefs. Rise out of our comfort zone or our complaints. Rise out of our slump or out of that potato chip bag. Get up and rise. What are you waiting for, darling? Too true. Get up and shake it. Get up onto that thing. Make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? Alright. From the Wiccan Oracle, we got this celestial body. The sun. The sun is the bringer of life. It is an energizing, active, dynamic force whose light is necessary for well-being and makes us feel brighter, happier, and healthier. Life is automatically connected to its cycles, the seasons of the year, and the shifting rhythm of daylight. Before I go into the next bit, I want to say, of course, if you are in the southern hemisphere like I am, it's daylight savings in the next 24 hours. I feel like this may be a message in regards to the changing of the sun's times as well into that new energy of daylight savings time here. Sorry, continuing now. So by drawing this card, the sun, you're invited to use the energies of the sun when practicing magic for personal health, good fortune in all areas of life, health, success and prosperity, or for a new impulse to assist your life. You may also want to consider tailoring your activities to suit the cycle of the sun and get out into the sun more now that we are in our beautiful spring weather here in Australia. And if you're not down here, you're going into your colder months, make use of the autumn that you are receiving. And now my northern cousins, make advantage of it before we hit the deep darkness of it and the cold and bitter. Get on out of it. Now, from the lovely Island Time Wellness cards, we had a few from here too. Cancer. We first had lightning. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, empathy, upheaval, transformation. Whether you're ready for it or not, there is transformation to be had here, and I feel like it's going to, the lightning bolt is here. Next we had the chaser. Chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. I feel like this is someone that you're dealing with. Date. Meeting someone new. Dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date, and I feel like this is where you're going. Trying to get rid of that chaser. Trying to move forward in a position where you could date or may want to, or have the option to at the very least. Big change is coming for Cancer. Now we go to the Wiccan. We had firstly for Cancer the Staff, which is all about stability, and this is what October is really the fundamental foundation for you to really build that stability and stand up on your own stave, not need anyone else's stave as a crutch. You've got your own. I love this. The Wiccan reed ethos. Now I have this hanging in my room. In perfect love, in perfect trust. Your words the Wiccan weed fulfill. Pay ye harm none, as ye will. Ponder, never mind the rule of three. What we send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart. for merry we meet and merry we part. In other words, don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. You know, in perfect love and trust, we will fulfill the fact that we won't harm you and you do me no ill. But never mind the rule of three, because if you don't give to me, then I no give to you, and we're all happy ye now, and we happy we go in one piece. And I feel like that's going to be your mantra. Don't fuck with me, and I won't fuck with you. Next card we had is the altar, which is all about dedication. And we are really dedicating ourselves to the fundamental elements, but also to things we believe in, including self. The final card was Earth, all about grounding, and that's what we're doing a lot of, really hard. Grounding ourselves, trying to build stability and dedication through grounding and following the rules by what we determine, not by what others do. Your creed, your read, your belief, your mantra, whatever you want to call it. Pride it through October. Your slogan, your slick, your mantra, your belief, your sentence, your catchphrase, your ding-a-dong-a-ding-ding, whatever it is for you. Pride it and let your freaky flag fly. And fuck everyone else, that's all I got to say to you, Cancer. Let's look at the relationship oracle thingy now. So we had trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Trust in yourself, faith in divine guidance, and most importantly, in yourself. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. I feel like you will have moments where you get a little spaced out or start to fairyland. Don't go too far afield, and don't go beyond the mushrooms, put it that way, because I feel like there is a lot happening and you really want to have a moment to think about it, to pause, to reflect, but not long enough to stew any further in that stew, because something else is going to be coming and hitting you quick and fast. The next card we have is you deserve love, you are lovable, you know this, you know this, of course you are, and there is divine plan, divine time for you. Because then we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of Hollywood, a holiday time together. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. For some of you, I feel that someone is going on a trip. There could be a marriage, birthday, celebratory, extraordinaire thing going on. Or maybe just invited to a club, pub, hotel for the evening. Just going out of town, going for a long extended drive. Be it as it may for you. I feel like this is an exact atonement to that retreat card. You deserve love. It's actually all of them. Trust yourself in your destination. Retreat away. You know, you deserve love, self-love. You're going to have a good time. And honeymoon. I feel like when you are away, you'll see someone on a honeymoon, just been married, or maybe that's what this celebratory crap is about. But there's a sense of bliss time together in a holiday setting, like a little mini honeymoon, or a little soiree, or a little mon chéri time. You won't be spending much time sleeping, put it that way. The bed will be noisy, get some uppy settles, be nice. Even if you don't think you're going to need it, at least take some butter or soap, some sort of lubrication with the bed. Thanks for that, Spirit. I'm sure Cancer's really needed that advice, you know, whatever. Okay, so that's a little bit of bonus there. I wasn't expecting, but that's okay, because I love that. Okay. I'm dropping my shit everywhere, because I wasn't like dysfunctional enough before that. Okay, Cancer. The next 3 decks I've got are the Ruins, your Angel for the Month, and your Spirit Animal, or Animals actually, but that's neither here nor there. Now these have extensive meanings, and I want you to get the exact meanings, so I'm going to read from the books for these 3 decks. That's why I've saved them for last, because they are very in-depth cards. They will give you messages pretty much on their own. So please take a moment to just really listen with me, okay, if you may. So your first ruling card for the month of October, Cancer, is So We Lo, which means sun or energy, which I found very interesting because we did get the celestial body sun. Here we go. Being closely associated with the sun, this ruling card is bursting with natural life, light, energy, and radiance. Illumination is a dominant theme, along with clarity of vision and the defeat of dark forces, confusion and negativity in your life. You are or soon will be experiencing great success, and the only obstacle preventing you from enjoying this joy and light is your own belief that you are not worthy of success. Work on extinguishing those negative assumptions within yourself. Achievement can be yours if you change your attitude, think positively, and trust yourself. The sun is the life force, so this card is a very auspicious sign in any reading. But there is a warning: just as flying too close to the sun, you can get burnt. Be careful where and how you direct your energy. Ensure that your plans and dreams are grounded and that you don't lose touch with reality. And if you remember, you did have the grounding card in one of the oracle. That's why I found these cards very, very amusing when I did look at them right before I announced them. Because there is a congruent messages here for you. The next ruling card for Cancer's October is Law Gules, meaning fluid or water. La Gules is the ruling card representing water, and the water is a universal symbol for emotion, both positive and negative. If this card appears, you are being encouraged to release your emotions and let them flow to the surface. Tears can be very cleansing, and emotions should be acknowledged and openly expressed. Don't hold back. Allow yourself to feel and live your life to the full. This rune also shines a light on the importance of being guided by your intuition, which expresses itself through feelings. What are your emotions trying to tell you? Another association with this card is the need for renewal. Perhaps rigid ideas are holding you back or stifling your creativity, and it is time to be more open-minded and let the past go and start anew. Meditating beside a lake or river or visiting the seaside may help release creative blocks and bring renewed energy and inspiration. Very good advice. Third and final is always difficult to find. Where are you, my papa? Insert dancing music. Insert. And we have the final card, meaning Fei Hu, meaning cattle or prosperity. This rune card signifies wealth, material possessions, and success in business. Owning cattle was a sign of wealth in ancient times, and this inevitably focuses interpretation of this rune's meaning on matters concerning money, property, and new income sources, or perhaps the need for them. However, it can also indicate forms of wealth that money cannot buy, such as good health, love, and happiness, and serve as a reminder to be grateful for the things in our lives that we may be taking for granted. The need for generosity, sharing your good fortune, or taking time out to help others is another facet of this rune. Additionally, Fei may symbolize exciting new beginnings. This new beginning could be a new business venture, but it could also point to the need to define your life less by outward show and more by the things that are priceless. The best things in life are free, so you can give them to the birds and bees. You don't need money. That's not what you need. But it would help. Now, your angel for the month, dear Cancer, I did find exceptionally amusing. Well, not amusing. Interesting. It is the angel number 29, the angel of relationships. You have received this card because you are worried about a relationship issue, and your angel of relationships has heard your call for assistance. When you are experiencing challenges regarding a relationship, you don't always have the clarity to see both sides of the situation. Your angel wants to assist you with understanding the reasons you are being challenged. Your angel is not here to judge either side of a conflict. She is here to guide you and allow you to carefully assess the relationship. She will endeavour to show you the best possible outcome to heal the situation. And your angel will never interfere with your relationship. She will only endeavour to create a bridge between the parties to achieve a positive outcome. If the issue is about a current relationship, ask your angel of relationships to show you if there is a chance of reconciliation or reconciling the situation. If your answer is about reigniting or healing a past relationship, it is important to ask your angel to assist you in achieving this desired outcome. A relationship between family members may be of great concern. If this is the case, ask your angel to help heal the situation. Visualize the situation healed and know in your heart that you have done everything humanly possible to assist with this positive outcome. If you are currently experiencing an issue with your children, visualize that all parties are aware of the love you have for them. Ask your angel of relationships to show your children that no matter what issue they experience with each other or with you, that you love them all unconditionally. Love has no boundaries, and your angel is here to show you how to share this belief with those you are currently experiencing challenges with. The affirmation for this card to bring in the angel relationship is word for word. Recite it when needed. I gratefully accept the help of my angel of relationships. I surrender this issue to my angel of relationship. I trust in her guidance and the love she shares with me and those in my life who are challenged at this present time. When challenged, all you need to do is ask for assistance. And she will be there. Let's look at your spirit animals, the final piece of Cancerian pudding for October 2022. Where do I come up with this shit? Oh, the recesses of the dark. Rancid mind of Redsky. Your first spirit animal is none other than the honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. To reap all the sweetness that life has to offer, focus on compassion and forgiveness. Compassion means that you have heartfelt empathy for the suffering and misfortune of others, yet remain somewhat detached so that you don't take on their sorrow and distress as your own. Forgiveness requires that you first acknowledge and accept responsibility for your judgments rather than pretending they don't exist or professing to always sustain a non-judgmental attitude. The next step is to release those judgments. To do so, think of someone past or present with whom you have judgments or criticisms. Trust that the first person that comes to mind is the appropriate one to start with. Consider 2 or 3 specific criticisms that you have about this individual. Preferably capture with one word such as selfish or cold. Find a quiet place, go inside yourself and look for that part of you that's exactly like what you're judging in another person. It may be a very prominent part of yourself or a rather small aspect. You may identify it by recalling times when you've behaved in ways that resemble what you're criticizing. Once you discover that part of you, simply say to it, I love you and forgive you. If necessary, repeat this 2 or 3 times and notice any emotions that come up. In the coming days, be aware of any feelings that arise that may be associated with this experience. Practice this at least once daily for the next few days and watch what happens. The associations with the honeybee are productivity, community, cooperation, sweetness, love, compassion, forgiveness, rhythm, awakening, nature, poetry, mother goddess, royalty, and nutrition. Cancer, I think this has been a great read, even though we still have one card placement left to go. Your final piece of spirit animal pie. But I really think there's a lot here for you. Your final spirit animal to guide and assist is the peacock. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. It's time to step forward and stop hiding behind any of the facades that you've been developing over the years. Although these personas have been highly adaptive and have helped you along the way, for which you can be grateful, there's more of you to express to the world, and it's ready to emerge. There's a certain safety and comfort in being inconspicuous and always staying in the background. Yet in playing it safe in this way, others don't have the opportunity to get to know who you really are, and you don't get to experience the richness and textures that are possible by participating more fully in life. By remaining in the background, you not only alienate yourself from others, but often end up allowing others to choose for you. Doing so can make you feel like a passive victim of life. Being noticed does have some risks. People may criticize or judge you, particularly if they're not used to you asserting yourself in such a way. Or you may judge yourself, which can be an even harsher sentence. Those are the most likely risks, but they're actually extremely, very minimal. So shed any guilt or shame about coming out with who you are. Wear more colourful clothing, sing, dance, and let others know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. You can do so with grace, dignity, and enthusiasm. You might even enjoy it. The associations with the peacock are self-confidence, clairvoyancy, sensitivity, healing, dignity, laughter, leadership, gracefulness, flamboyancy, colourfulness, cheerfulness, radiance, and attractiveness. Oh yeah. So for Cancers, guidance this month of October 2022, your spirit animals are the honeybee and the peacock. Thank you, Cancer, so much for joining me. And if you haven't heard the spill in the short that I released earlier, I've come up with genius. For October's month, I'm trying something that has never ever been seen before during a tarot reading. You want to know what it is? Well, you better join me for the live next weekend. For the live readings, we will be trialling this new edition. And it's unlike anything you've ever seen. It's designed for a bit of a laugh and a little bit of a free-fickled giggle. So, join me. But if you want to know when that's going to be, you won't know unless you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell button so you will be notified when I do go live. Otherwise, you'll miss out on a once-in-a-lifetime, never before seen during a tarot reading. Oh man, get ready for the shits and giggles. It's going to be gravy all the way, baby, and plenty of laughs. So make sure you join me here with me, Retsky, Righteous Readings. Subscribe, or you might just miss out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of having the best laughs, vibrating so high that you across your seat, and maybe laugh to the point where you crack a rib almost. Laughter can be a killer cause for consumable happiness, as well as a little bit of crunchy bits around the side. So, interested, keen, curious kitty. Well, kitty better hit the subscribe button and notification bell button. And I'll see you very, very soon for the once never before, may never see again. Ridiculously rabid. We're gonna go rancid on this one, chicks and dicks. And And I hope to see you there with me, Redsky. Till then, be raw, be righteous, be real, but most importantly, be right.